This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup, register, and attend one of our fantastic networking meetings, which we meet on the first and third Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park, and the second and fourth Thursday at the Upper Crust in Newtown Square. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Scott Ellis and Andrew Huber of Hoffman's Exterminating. Gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Good to be here.
Hey, thanks for having us, Rich.
Look, we get to talk all kinds of things, and the thing about this is, Delco, we all have some sort of guest, probably unwanted, in our home. So talk about Hoffman's, and how did Hoffman's get started?
So Hoffman's was started by Bill Hoffman, the founder, over 30 years ago in South Jersey, and just grew it by engaging with the community and just started growing organically. And before you know it, started expanding and started out in Pennsylvania and Malvern. And then now we're in our Newtown Square location in Delaware County. And just loving engaging with the community, and that's basically where we got our roots. And now we're at 5 offices and spread throughout the tri-state area. Just providing excellent service to the community, and that's how we grow. That's how we get our name out there.
What can people expect when they call Hoffman's for any kind of need?
I think on the first communication, you're going to get a personalized answer. First off, that's the big thing with one of our CSRs. You're going to get quality conversation. Our CSRs are going to engage and kind of get a feel of what the issue you're having at that point in time, and then that'll give them the ability to direct the proper treatment, or have myself come out and assess the situation. If it's something that can't be discussed over the phone, I need to come out and look personally. And then from there, we correct the situation or propose a solution.
Talk about the services that Hoffman's provides. I think that to most listeners, they have some idea about, all right, I need an exterminator, but talk about the full array of services that you can provide customers here in Delco and the surrounding area.
Yeah. So it's always interesting because when people ask, when they call us for a termite problem, they assume that that's all we do is termites. So it's a very excellent question. We have a wide range of services, obviously from your general pest prevention, ants, spiders, mice, rats, all that fun stuff, into yellow jackets and hornets. And then we branch out into wildlife control. So if you have squirrels in your attic, raccoons in the shed, or groundhogs under the shed, we'll trap that. We'll get rid of it for you. If you get bats in the attic, we'll exclude them. We also do tick and mosquito services. So we do a wide range of services. Just anything that's at your home or your business and you don't want it there, we can get rid of it for you.
And some even, if I can add on to that, some services that may not even be recognized as a pest control company. We do insulation. A product called TAP is a wonderful solution. We do exclusion sealing of homes to keep pests from actually getting into the home. We do a good bit of that, which is your first line of defense, of course, from getting pests into the home. So we do a lot of different things other than just your basic run-of-the-mill pest control services.
I am sure day in and day out, there is nothing run-of-the-mill that you do. You're always seeing something new, and you've got to be on the cutting edge. Speak to the products or new products that are out there or ever coming onto your purview that you get to help the homeowners here and the business owners too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so something we're really excited about, something that we have been doing a lot of research on, and is our CO2 services. So basically what that is if you have anything that's burrowing in the ground, if it's rats or groundhogs, we see it a lot with chicken coops, or if you have a horse farm, with chickens and horses, usually comes rats. And what do you not want around those animals? You don't want rodenticides. You don't want things that are it could be dangerous for the horse, dangerous for the chickens, sheep, whatever you may have. So we partner with Leaf Attack, who designed this brilliant system where we can go and inject CO2 into the burrows, and it does the job for us. It's very clean. It's extremely safe. There's no risk involved, and it's very efficient. And at the end of the day, we close up the burrows, and it's almost like we were never even there. So you don't have to evacuate the horses and clear out the stable for a month or anything like that. It's very convenient and it's very effective.
And humane. I have to add to that. It's very humane. The animal doesn't even know what's happening. They go to sleep, and that's it. They don't wake up. There's no trapping or any kind of rodenticides, like Andrew said. It's an efficient product for sure.
Okay, both of you have now used the word rodenticide. What is that?
So a rodenticide is commonly known as bait. So it's a block that we put in our tamper-resistant rodent stations, and it's designed to lure the mouse. We put it in locations where they're likely feeding, and they consume the bait, and within 3 to 5 days they expire. So what we use, especially residentially, is the safest type of rodenticide you can use, which is an anticoagulant. And so it's not considered really like a poison like it was back in the day, where if a non-target animal ate it, they were doomed. There was no chance. These are extremely safe. It's just a blood thinner. So it's literally as safe as it could be.
Seeing and knowing, more people are keeping chicken coops in and around the area. So this is a good solution with the CO2 treatment to provide, all right, I don't have to worry about that getting into my chicken coop. And we've got horse farms galore here in the area too, and going out to Chester County, in Montgomery County. So that sounds like, plus, you can take care of the situation more effectively and more quickly, and not have to wait as you use that rodenticide to find a solution. Scott, you and I have had conversations outside or talking about different things with exterminating and bugs and pests. What is interesting to me is it's not just cobwebs, it's not just ants, it's not just termites. There are diseases and things that can affect us humans in our homes if we're not proactive on, keeping these things outside. Very
much so. Yeah, actually, when I go out to assess a situation that a person's having, that they're having mice, we talk, and I do agree that having mice in your house is gross, but I do have a tendency to like to educate people the negative effects of their feces, their urine, that sort of thing. Just having that in their house is not good. People have a tendency to think, I get rats every year or mice every year. I just chap them and we're done. But that urine and those feces are still there. So another service we offer is clean outs of that sort of thing, that in a crawl space, attic. We take care of all that. But we do talk. I personally talk to people without fear mongering. I just like to educate them as best as possible. Say, this is, you need to do something with this, whether we wanted you to do it with us, but something needs to be done with this situation, because it can be very unhealthy. Mice, bats especially, are very unhealthy to have in your house. There's a lot of different bad situations that can occur.
We're still in the summer. It's the hot part of the summer, August right now. And are there still things that right now are prevalent or we should be aware of that your services would help with?
Absolutely. I think right now, the biggest thing, you're outside, you're barbecuing, and what's the first thing that comes out at you is mosquitoes. We offer mosquito control. And also what people seem to overlook is ticks. We have a lot of ticks in the area. Lyme disease is very prevalent in this area. And we offer one service that takes care of both of those. So, we come out and we treat the perimeter of the yard. We'll treat underneath the deck. It's once a month, and you're not going to have those issues. You get to enjoy your yard. You get to have that barbecue, have that cookout. We'll give you some tips. I always tell people, hey, even if you're having a party, put a little fan over the table and just have it oscillating, and that'll help keep some extra flies away and yellow jackets and things like that. And that's just one of the services. That in the summer, that's the main thing that we see people calling for and that we can really help with.
Yeah. And to piggyback with Andrew was saying, he mentioned yellow jackets. They are ramping up right now and underway big time. So that's another concern. People, they get them in their houses and they don't realize it. And once they do realize it, it might be too late because now they've entered the house itself. Ants are big right now with all the rain. It kind of sets them off a little bit. So there's definitely stuff. It's very, Andrew, we had a conversation a long time ago. He was telling me how things are very cyclical. That's the right word. How they go in different stages. And right now we are definitely in the summer ant, wasp, mosquito. Not so much the rodents as much, but that's the next cycle in the fall time when they come in. But things are still rocking and rolling in the summer for sure.
Yeah.
How do you identify the difference? And this is, you mentioned yellow jackets. How do you identify the difference between a yellow jacket and a regular bumblebee, or what are the characteristics?
So it's and I'm trying to figure out how to explain it from that it'll make sense, because I see it and I just know because I've done this for so long. So basically, if you see them side by side, you'll know the difference. The bumblebee it's the big fat bee that has a fuzzy sweater on. Okay. Those are your friends. We want to keep them. I mean, we have them right here. We love bumblebees, honeybees, any true bees. We will go out of our way to not disturb them unless they're causing a problem in the house. Even if it's honeybees in the house, we will extract them, and then each of our offices have a honeybee hive that we will try to reintroduce them to save them, because we want them around. They're very beneficial. As far as the difference between a yellow jacket and a bee, yellow jackets are the ones that will nest in the ground. So if you're ever mowing the lawn and they're coming out of a hole and you just get 13, 15 hits, those are more than likely yellow jackets. They also will crawl up under your siding. They'll get in a void around the window. Then in the late fall, you'll start getting them inside the house. They're the ones that eat through the drywall. They're the more invasive. Bumblebees, you'll mostly just find them flying out, landing on your flowers and taking off. They just say, hey, thanks for the pollen, and I'm helping your flowers, you're helping me. Great. It's a great relationship. And one thing that people don't, a very common misconception is yellow jackets don't pollinate. Hornets don't pollinate. Paper wasps don't pollinate. They are all predators that feed on other insects, so they're not beneficial. So, those are the ones that are aggressive. They're nesting insects, and they protect their nest with a vengeance. They're the ones that we want to eradicate from around the home, because they're the ones that are going to be, they're, I don't know what, I'm trying to think of the right word.
Well, they're a threat to your pets, you're a threat to your kids, you're a threat to you, your visitors, the Amazon guy. You get a yellow jacket nest flying out of right by your front door, and you use the back door all the time, and the Amazon guy doesn't know. He drops off, he's going to get lit up. And they will swarm, and it's not typically just one. If you make a nest angry, you're just going to get more than just one sting, that's for sure. So,
what sets Hoffman's apart?
So what I love about Hoffman's is we are dedicated to getting involved with our community. That's how Bill has grown the business into what it is. We service the Ronald McDonald houses around the area, and we've never charged them a dime. We donate our services to them. We don't think twice about donating services to nonprofits. That's just, we like to give back to the community, and that's how we've grown into who we are. Because of that, we've gotten contacts, and we've grown into being partners with the Philadelphia Union. We're partners with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's not something that most family-owned businesses can say. It's usually the, big corporate companies. But we with each of our offices, we try to get plugged in with our local charities and local foundations, and that's how we came to know you guys, by Scott getting involved with the Delco Chamber, and I'm involved with the Chester County Chamber, and we're CAI, and that's who we are. We want to give back to the community. We try to donate as much as we can. We volunteer at events and Habitat for Humanity. That's in our DNA, and that's who we are. And so we just try to give back to the community.
That's awesome.
I think of, Rich, if you come to us, like I mentioned earlier, when you ask me like what to expect when you contact us, you're going to get that personalized care. You're going to talk to somebody who Rich, we know Rich now, he's a customer, Rich called, he's got yellow jackets. Oh, Rich Shane over who was so-and-so. Yeah. Okay. So we know who you are. So you're not just the numbers. I like to say the bigger companies have a tendency to, you just become a number to them in a sense, where we're more of a family oriented, community oriented. We get to know you. If the text, we get to know you personally, get to know your house, that sort of thing. It's a community based business.
How
do people connect with Hoffman's? How do they find you and contact you?
So our website is hoffmanpest.com. You can research our services. You can request a service straight from our website. Obviously, we're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just search Hoffman Pest. We're very active on our socials. We've come a long way with our social engagement, and I'm proud of where we've come with that. And, we have some comical posts on there with our mascot Bugsby, and, sometimes we'll shoot a commercial with Swoop from the Eagles. And, it's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good information. You can also, you can call our local office. We're located in Newtown Square. Number there is 484-431-1032. And you will get a person, not a robot, not a, you'll get directed, and, even if it's a voicemail, we'll get right back to you.
All right. We're going to talk Delco right now. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
You both have a pizza craving. Where are you going?
So I go to just right up the street from us, Providence Pizza.
Yeah.
They have great pizza. Actually, I have gotten a cheesesteak from them. And good stuff. I order from the app, very convenient, and I've never had an issue with them. Really good quality pizza.
All right, I know you're both on the road a lot, and you need a convenience store option. Where are you stopping? Royal Farms or Wawa?
Wawa, 100%.
Yeah, it's Wawa.
Yeah.
I live in Lancaster County, so I have a bit of a hike. But every time I see a Wawa, that's where I'm stopping.
Mm-hmm. Bathrooms are better. The coffee's better. Royal Farms is okay with the chicken, but I think it's overrated. But, Wawa all the way, all day, every day.
How do you describe Delco to somebody that's not from here or has not heard of Delco?
Interesting. Very, being that I go around to all the different areas in Delco area, I should say, there's personalities are different. Tastes are different. People love their sports teams around here. I tell you that it's, I don't know if you're going to get many better fans in Delco for the Eagles, especially the Eagles. I've noticed some of the Phillies too, but the Eagles around here are pretty heavily fandom for sure.
Yeah, I'd say a big sense of community. You go into a neighborhood, and especially when I go into somebody's house and they're having a pest problem, and if you solve their problem, I get so many. Oh, I just told my buddy Rob down the street, and then Rob tells somebody, and it's just there's just so much. And then all of a sudden you're getting invited to the barbecue out back, and then you're meeting all the neighbors and everybody around the block. There's just a big sense of community, people that are willing to, a hardworking community, and people that are willing to help each other out. And, Yeah, it's a great community for sure.
Andrew, I'm inviting you to my barbecue, but you got to bring your oscillating fan, okay?
You got it. I'll even throw in a mosquito treatment for you. How's that?
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to take them or give them that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
Yeah, we're kind of right on the cusp of Delaware County here. And one thing I love is the diversity of what you can find. So there's the beautiful streams, right out here, right outside of Newtown Square. There's the parks, but then there's the iconic neighborhoods, and there's just it's so interesting because there's such a wide variety of what you can find in Delaware County. I'm from the Chester County area as well, and it's both of them there's such a wide diversity of what you can find.
Absolutely. Ridley Park would probably Ridley Creek Park would probably be the big one to go if you're with people that love the outdoors. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, I go there personally several times a year, outside of passing by it every day. I actually physically go there and hike around.
For the both of you, what motivates you? What gets you out of bed every morning?
So for me personally, I have 5 kids, and they keep me going. If I'm having a tough day, I'll call my wife, and she'll send me pictures of the kids, and it's just I want to provide the best life for them possible. I'm the sole provider for my home. My wife stays home. She homeschools, and I want to make sure that they have nothing to worry about. I want to provide them with everything that they could want and need, and that they just never have to worry about, where's my next meal coming from. I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel secure. And personally for me, that's what keeps me going.
Myself, I like to keeps me going. Helping people, finding solutions to their problems. I really enjoy doing that. Going to your house, and I also enjoy finding other problems. I know people don't like to hear that, but when I find other problems I'm not aware of, maybe not even pest control related. I'm in their basement and I see a little leak or something, bring that to their attention, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that." That's really great. So just helping people. And just being a part of a team, I really enjoy doing that. I had my own business for over 2 decades. So I was just a one-man guy. So being part of a team, I really enjoy that. I've come to really enjoy that. So that gets me going. And just being good at what I do, striving to be good at what I do every day, it motivates me, because most companies, or most industries, I should say, there's a learning curve, but there's a never-ending learning curve with this pest control. It's never-ending. Whether it's something new being introduced that we have to learn about, a new insect, a new problem, there's always something to learn, and really gets me motivated to learn those things.
Is there anything we haven't talked about on the podcast today? Anything that you want people to know more about Hoffman's or yourselves?
I definitely think that we are the top of the line. You're going to get we're the all-around company, meaning you're going to get personalized care, you're going to get excellent care, you're going to get decades and decades and decades of experience. If you combine everybody's experience just in this branch alone, you're going to get the knowledge that we all have, and it's just going to be the best overall experience with Hoffman's for sure. I can attest to that. Yep.
Scott and Andrew, thanks for being a guest on What's Happening Delco, the podcast. And thanks for being a friend of What's Happening Delco as well. We look forward to seeing your trucks around and Bugsby and all the great stuff you're doing in the community, and really appreciate your time today.
Yep. Stop by Union Games on, during the week, and on the weekends, we usually have a booth up there or a tent. Stop by and say hello.
Super. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye, Rich.